All right, there we go. Right. Hey Jordan, could you let them know they in the wrong live? I don't know why I created like 4 of them, but I was like, something's not right. And then I look at it and it's like 4 different lives up. I don't even know how that's possible. That's crazy. But Jordan, how you doing, man? Real, how you doing? Hey Jordan, can't complain, man. Can't complain. Cannot complain. Maribel, how you doing? Let's see what we got. Amy, Big Tail, how you doing? All right, so hey, if y'all got some tickers that y'all want to go over, go ahead and drop them in the chat. We can go over those. My leaps leaped. Hey man, hey, today was the day. Today and yesterday. So Apple, APLD. I'm pretty sure APLD had earnings yesterday, I think. FSLR. I'm here in New Orleans. Hey. I just went there in January. I got sick as a dog. Sick as a dog. Oh my God. All right, so we're gonna go over a couple of trade plans that I put out during this week too. Sherelle, oh my goodness. So you remember when I asked the master tier, did y'all want me to do any particular trade plans for y'all? And you said Micron. I went over that trade plan yesterday, and oh my. I'm just gonna say that you should go review that one and see what was the entry price. All right, let's see what First Solar look like. Ooh, I like it. Yeah, I like FSLR right now. All right, I already got Apple, AVGO's already over here. APLD. I'm gonna pull those to the bottom. I'm definitely going over Microsoft because I know they're ready. They'll pull back today. Nvidia going to 200. It might. I mean, once it get 200, that's when the real move gonna start though. Once it closes up here, that's when the real move start. Gonna come up here, sweep. All right, let's see. A-Lab can move. I knew something was wrong with my color scheme. Oh. A-Lab. Ooh. On that day. See what they got. Actually, I would argue it's just to cover that leg I mean, they can move. I put A lab on there just in case. We in crazy territory where anything can pop. All right, we can go ahead and get started then. I need to open a browser so I can teach y'all how to use this Claude integration. This Claude integration is super duper dope. Oh, so crazy. Trading view. I'm going to use it on Dale since I already got a trade plan on Dale. All right, here we go. All right. So, with the Claude integration that Sean was telling us about, you can basically put your trading plan on the chart and it automatically sets alerts up for you when price crosses over a certain threshold. So with all of my trade plans that I was doing last night, I put them on all the charts. So right now, Dale, it almost hit PT1. Well, the refreshed Dale plan, because the first Dale plan was like down here, and it hit like TP2, and then it pulled back, and then I redid a whole trade plan for Dale. So right now, it basically just reset itself. But after it got this breaker structure right here, and it pulled back, now it's probably trying to make another leg up. So the invalidation point for Dale today was technically the 4-hour invalidation was under 180.06, but the bull thesis actually dies at 177. So right now it just tapped that extreme discount zone. You grab you a 180 call, and then next thing you know, you riding Dale on the way back up. Because it's basically just gonna do right here. Your breaker structure, pull back, do this. Come back down, do this. And now it's in this phase right here, the reset. But you can still see it's holding the 12 pretty good. And the WTMA cloud. And all you do is, when you do a trade plan, all you do is place your whole trade plan on the side, and you say, hey, place this trade plan on my chart. I say please, because when AI takes over the world and start doing Terminator stuff, I don't want it to kill me. So I just asked you to put my whole trade plan on the chart, and then it'll do that. Just like that. It'll map out all your zones, it'll map out every alert, all your TPs, all of that. So definitely use the Claude integration if you can. It don't work on phone yet. It don't work on the TradingView desktop app either. But whenever you can use the browser, use that Claude integration. Now, go back to... All right, let's start with Apple. Actually, Apple got a trade plan on it too. All right, so as you can see, I already got a trade plan on Apple. So what I'm gonna do is just maximize it just a little bit. Yeah, all right, there. All right, this is a fresh Apple trade plan as well. So I generated this one last night. That's why I was super duper sleepy when I got home. I got home and passed straight out. All right, so looking at, actually, this looks a little cluttered. I'm gonna do this right here. I'm gonna hide them right quick. Yeah, see, it still keeps the alerts. So looking at Apple on the monthly, can anybody tell me what are we looking at other than just a bullish structure? Let's see if anybody can see this or point it out. before I even say it? Or in specific, what kind of pattern do you see? Okay, retest WTMA. Yep. Okay, that's true. That's true. That's true. And you got another guess, another guess. Stair stepping up. Okay, all right. Oh, there you go. High, look. Okay, all right, boom. All right, so pattern specific, it will be a. Where the heck is my channel? Okay, there we go. All right, so boom. I'm gonna use that line. I'm gonna do one down. Oop. And I'm gonna lift this up just in case it overextends. Right there. That is a month. It'll be better on a weekly, but you get the gist. It's in a parallel channel upward, right? So making higher highs, higher lows, basically in a predictable pattern. Ooh. All right, there we go. See, here go the higher the band, and then here goes the lower the band. So right now it's bouncing off of this middle band, which would, basically predict that Apple is on its way up to this band right here, which is the WTMA on the monthly. So yeah, we got higher highs, higher lows, stair stepping. All right, so we look on the weekly. We got this structure right here. I'm gonna just snap this to the order block. All right, so you already see this super thin void on Apple right here on the weekly time frame. So that's why I put that trade plan out, because it's literally at the cusp of making a bigger move. It actually tapped the A plus trigger earlier today. It just didn't close above it. And it is currently above this previous all-time high. So that's extremely good for Apple as well. But what I'm more interested in is that Apple came all the way down and it rejected this down move, basically locking in that higher low. All right, here goes the daily time frame. All right, here we go. So we already got an extended inverse arc with multiple lock candles. We did close above historical resistance today, so that is good. So, and here's what I was talking about those voids again. They're just starting to thin out. And actually, what I'd actually do is I would snap it right here just to have a cleaner VRVP profile. So now you see the thin void, boom, it can easily go up to 263. And after it surpasses that, you hit your TP1 at the beginning of a thinner void. And then that's when you start, making higher highs again and higher lows. So Apple look good. I think I got in them. Pretty sure I did. I think I got in when it pulled back from the A plus trigger. Because right now, you already see this order block right here. You see one sweep, two sweep, and then a pull back to the WTMA. And that what prompted me to get in, because you can see its strength of trying to uphold this uptrend. With after this sweep, it came down and rejected. Pew, came all the way back up. Imagine catching Apple down here. And then once it came back again, it did a 12 EMA retest, and then it swept again, and it never went under the 12 EMA on the 4 hour. So yeah, that's why I've been eyeing Apple. I'll go to the 1 month and then go to APLD. All right, here goes APLD. Ooh, I can see this. I like this one. So you can already see the pattern. You're gonna get basically a cup and handle, but it just chops in this area more than anything. But Once it breaks out, it's gonna break out. I think you got a leap on that one, the 2028 leap. So that's super good for APLD. All right, so right now, let's see. Kind of holding a good pattern. I wonder what they did with their earnings. That's what I need to be looking at. That's gonna be a long triangle. I can tell. Unless it does like an aggressive move up, that's gonna be a long awaited triangle pattern. Weekly don't look too bad. It's bearish on the weekly, but it's still over the 200. So, you know. Look at the 3-day. 3-day, we got an inverse arc. Today actually, no, it closes in 2 days. So Tuesday we'll have a full inverse arc. Hopefully we can close over that 12 EMA. Okay, so that looks good. It rejected this down move. So that means on the week it should have swept. Yep, there it is right there. Okay. Ain't looking bad. Ain't looking bad. All right. Daily time frame. Got an inverse arc. It's battling the 200 right now. It already swept the daily order block as well. Came back down for a pullback. Rejected the down move under the 12. And now we're just basically in no man's land until we can clear this 12 EMA. Once we clear this 12 EMA and this VRVP shelf of 3132, that's when it's gonna go. Right quick, can somebody verify if Stacy is in here? Because I don't see her, and she was in another chat waiting. She just joined my Discord today. Let's see. Uh-oh. Okay, I don't see her in here. Hold on, my kid is knocking at my door like something is wrong. Well, it sounds like I'm gonna be doing some arts and crafts soon as this thing is over. That should be fun. Yep. Knocking on the door like, you know. Let's see. Appreciate that, y'all. Appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know why my live created 4 freaking links, but you know, because I was confused which one to even look at. That's the life, man. Yeah, I'm definitely about to be doing some arts and crafts. So she's just starting to get into basketball too, Brown Wolf. So that's gonna be interesting. That should be fun. So APLD on the daily looks good. We just got to clear this internal order block, and that thing is going to go because it's already knocking at the door. 1, 2, 3 times. I count this one 4 times. So once it clears this 3132 level, I would go long. Well, I mean, you already in the leap, so you ain't worried about it. Knocking on the door like them people. Man, dude. Let's see what the 4-hour look like real quick. Okay, so right now, you have a 4-hour trigger at 29, I say 29.50, but it's really 29.47. But just a reminder, you'll still be inside of this order block, which is just a magnet to sweep at the top of it. And then it'll pull back, probably create a support right around this level, and then go. Let's see, NVIDIA. Maybe NVIDIA been playing around with us the whole time. I see a bull flag. I don't know if my eyes deceive me, but I see a bull flag. I see the staff right here. I see this right here. Actually, that's a pennant. My bad. I see this right here. And could y'all agree with that? I'm gonna look at it on the 2 week I'm just saying, maybe Nvidia been, just accumulating. Pretty sure Sean said that already. Because right now we got a dang near bullish engulfing 2 week candle. Yeah, Nvidia definitely sizing up its next big move. Okay, so the monthly looks good. Holding the 12 EMA. With all this choppiness, the 12 EMA on the monthly never failed. We do have a bearish arc, but you can already see why, because price action just been choppy and it's been making a lower low right now. So that's pretty decent. For it to be chopping so long, it's just now making an arc after 6 months of sideways action. Actually, 9 months of sideways action. All right, here go the weekly time frame. What price level is that? Ooh. Okay. Let me focus. All right, so on the weekly time frame, got a fresh inverse arc. We did have a head and shoulders. It did. I want to say it completed the head and shoulders and then reversed. I want to say that. I want to say that the head and shoulders started right here, and then hit right there, and then boom, right here. Instead of, the shoulder being down here. So, and you can almost see it with the WTMA as well. So you got your shoulder, you got the head right there, and then you got the other shoulder. Now we're reversing back up. So if you close a weekly candle above 193, you should be good, because that weekly close would definitely trump that daily 200 that I was talking about. So what I would do if I were you is put a horizontal line or a horizontal ray on this right here. Let's see the 3-day real quick. Okay, all right. So what I would do is put a line right here, set an alert, crossing up, put the candle close. Now when the 3-day candle closes above this order block line, which would more than likely be the same time a weekly candle closes, or a day before, or it might be like offset like 1 or 2 days, you get that alert. So as soon as that 2-3-day candle closes above this, you get an alert to get in. So go ahead and put that in your toolbox. But yeah, weekly looks extremely good. That is a powerful sweep right here. That's insane. It went down to 164, and that's at 188 in 2 weeks. That's good. That's good movement. All right, looking at the daily time frame. So we're currently sweeping this order block right here. So if we get a close above this order block at 189.05, that'll be an easy swing trade all the way back up to 197, which is inside of that same range that we were just discussing. So once you get a close above this historical resistance and you see these VRVP tapering off, you're automatically, price is going to either magnetize to this WTMA liquidity level or to the top of this order block and then sweep down. You might actually more than likely get an exaggerated move all the way up here to 200, have everybody getting their hopes up that it's going to break out. And then that's when you want to tighten up your stop loss. And then you get out with all of your monies, and whoever entered that 200 are going to get slammed. And you going to look back and remember this live. You're like, dang, Creole said it. All right. So let's go over the AMD. No, not the AMD. Let's go over the trade plan that Creole wanted to see. MU. I'm talking about this thing, man. Let's see. That one right here. All right. Ooh wee. And what's crazy, it was given a bearish sentiment, and then it gave you that one bullish contingency plan, and that plan would have fed families. All right. So basically, it said get a 410. That's last. Well, that's today. A 370 call at a close over 4-hour close over 372, and this was on the 29th. So this was 2 weeks ago. Well, yeah, almost 2 weeks ago. Ooh, wee. All right, so here, boom, boom, boom. Go to the day. 29th was right here. Nope. 29th was in this count. Oh, that was on the weekend I generated that plan. Ooh. Alright, so 370 is right here in this range right here. You would have got the 4-hour inverse confirmation. So you got the arc. You got 375 right here. So that already set the tone. It closed over the 12. Then you got the pullback with 2 fair value gaps. You could have got in right here or anywhere in this candle at the 340 to 365 range, and that thing is at 420 within days. Oh my God, that's 4 days. Real. I would have been asking for like a mortgage payment if if you would have got in on that. But like, hey, could you pay my mortgage? Man. Okay. Yeah, so that what was the okay, that's when I start integrating. Oh, okay. Yep. But yeah, that was the contingency plan, and the contingency plan basically prepared everybody for the reversal up. That would have made so much money because it had 2 weeks of time and right there at the strike zone. That's why it's important to follow trade plans. That's why I didn't get out of Dell yet. I just know it's gonna make a crazy move. All right, so looking at Micron, I dropped a video yesterday on how I took a basically a sniper entry on a swing trade, but some of you all did a day trade, which was excellent day trade. Just to recap that, it didn't have all these lines on it. So here was the entry point. It was a 12:15. I called it out right here. So we got the change of character, close above right here. We had a push up, well, we had a push down, and then a rejection of the down move. So this candle, I already knew that it was gonna go up, but I waited on this candle to close above this historical resistance, and I got a 410 call for May, and yeah, you see it. Yeah, it'll be right on the channel. Did anybody so happen to catch the move that Micron did this morning on this sweep? I know Joyous Wolf was asking me about it. She's like, "Hey man, it's dropping," and I was like, "It's gonna sweep." I didn't even look at my contract because I just knew better. It was like the most perfect sweep opportunity. So you went down $12. And then you turn around and go back up $12, $13. That's that's $25 move right there. You get a put all the way down, you make the money there, and you get right back in on that sweep, go right back up. That is insane. That's at least like $2,000, $2,500. But yeah, right now, in the current uh trade plan, the one I did yesterday after I was already in, we're currently sitting in the primary entry zone. For that on the daily time frame, I think it required a 4-hour close, if I can recall that plan right, because I definitely don't remember every plan verbatim. But you can see it right here. The whole trade plan is right here. So you have a supply right here, a supply right here. This is the A plus trigger right here. It's above this liquidity area with the VRVP tapered off, and then TP2, and then TP2 max. This is the range right here, and then TP3 is all the way up here at 480. If 480 is in the is in God's will, I will take it. All right, another one that's been on a banger is AMD. AMD probably, whew, AMD. So, what do we always get right after? Well, I'm not gonna say always, but what do we get? And no Rail or Maribel, you cannot answer. What do we more than likely get right after a break of structure or a change of character? Oh, you had it on Monday. Oh, I'm not gonna lie. My wife had it. She made like $350 something, and I was like, "Hey man, just go ahead and cut it if you good with that." And she should have kept it. Oh my god, she had a 2:30 call for the end of this week. Ugh. I was like, "I'm sorry." Retest. Okay, bet. Yep. All right, so you can already see it. This actually, I'm gonna go to the week because it'll show up better. All right. So here's the breaker structure right here. This level right here. So obviously you got this. You got a tap. That's a cup and handle right here. You come all the way up, and then boom, look where we at. Retest range. Where is the rectangle? Boom. Look at that. Like when you start to recognize this on the smaller time frames, your day trades become way easier. This is exactly what I saw with Micron yesterday. This is exactly what I saw. But it's just this one is on a weekly time frame. All right, so we got the easy peasy retest, and we got to change the character right here. So remember, you get to change the character. Boom. Too bad it did more than retest. For the Bears, so they would have got cooked. All right, so on the weekly we got a fresh inverse arc with a lock candle. Yeah, is that floating? No way, that's floating, right? Is that floating? What's the bottom of this candle? 215.38. Oh, I think that's floating, man. I'm not sure. That's floating, ladies and gentlemen. We are floating on a weekly candle on AMD. Foot stomp. You know, I think all my military folks know what that means. Foot stomp. So go ahead and do a revised trade plan, since mine is already, hit TP2 today. From when I first generated it. So you can see we hit this liquidity, and then we do a shallow pullback. We still definitely got a lot of movement in the chamber. Sean and I called out 260 as destination. I called out 250 today. It hit 249.58, and I was like, man, I shouldn't have eyeballed the daggone level. I would have got it probably a little more accurate. But I mean, 42 cents ain't too bad to just eyeball the chart. So lock candle after lock candle and floater after floater. We did close over the TP2, which is good. And we started to reject. This is a healthy rejection. I mean, You can see last time we rejected, we went straight into a fair value gap and exploded back up. Yes, sir. AMD, man, AMD been cooking. They just like in just the last 3 days, this thing. Actually, I say 4 days. Let's say 4 days. What is roulette? Let's say 4 days. Top of this candle. That's $28, man. AMD don't move like that. That's supposed to be Nvidia doing that. So yeah. Hey, so AMD got a little more gas in the tank. We'll go ahead and line this up. You'll see these VRVP nodes start to shrink again. So you already see it right here. So once we get here and we clear this 253 zone, that's when we're definitely gonna come up to either sweep this W10MA at 260 or the top of this order block at 268. So be on the lookout for that move on AMD. AMD is probably one of the best charts since the Dell call out from last week. I mean, that and AVGO. I knew AVGO was gonna do something today, and I could not get in fast enough because it gapped up and just ran. All right, so let's look at. I want to say AVGO still has some more to do. BRT, I got you. Oh wow, that's a healthy pullback. So boom, 3-month pullback. Doji reverse. Look at that weekly candle. This one weekly candle like encompassed this whole, what's this, December? Man, yikes. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this 1 week candle on VRT is up $57 on this week alone. That's insane. So yeah, it has a little more to go. Put this right here at the demand zone. Look at that. This is the profile on AVGO. So don't think the move is done. I did generate this fresh trade plan yesterday, last night, and it gapped up over my primary entry straight into A plus trigger, and it already hit, it gapped over TP1, then hit the A plus trigger, and now it's on the way to TP2. I can tell you now that when it hits TP2, it's just gonna blow through it because there's nothing there to stop it whatsoever, and it's gonna be at 406 in no time. So I behoove everybody in here to do a top down, do their own top down on AVGO, because I got to do a fresh one now since it gapped over my entry and just rocketed it all day. It went up $16. Uh-oh, I got my daughter knocking on the door again, like them people. Hold on. Okay, that was actually my wife. She said, "Come get your food, nerd." And I said, "1 second, I gotta finish up this live for the people." All right, so AVGO, go ahead and do a top down on that one. Let's look at VRT. Ooh, breakout. Whoop whoop. Ooh, wow. That was my last alert on VRT. Was TP1 at 169. Insane. VRT is extremely bullish right now. Strong momentum, aggressive move. Yikes. Monthly looks crazy. Weekly looks crazy. 12 EMA retest last week with an explosive move up. This week alone, it went up $33. The ATR, regular ATR value is $26. So that ATR is definitely expanding. Oh my. You on shares. Ooh, wait. Yeah, you cooking. Wow. Look at that daily. So here's the daily. So eventually it'll have to come down and close this gap, but man. So remember we said about the tight woven WTMA and 12. You look, this area right here was your sign. This right here was your sign that AVGO is about to make a sizable move. Once you see the 12 and the WTMA like close together like that, that lets you know that it's about to go. You got in at 160. Oh my. Oh my. That's insane. You up 130 per share. Let me get $1, man. Let me get $1. Sheesh. Yeah. Where is one? 160 is down here. Oh my. Yeah. That is a man buy right there. I like that. Nice. And I know Wavy Wolf eating off of them too, because it's probably his favorite ticker other than GLW. GLW made a crazy move too. So I would put fib extensions on AVGO. So that next target price, actually, oh yeah, I ain't gonna do the week. That looks a little crazy. So it just closed. It's not a month yet. It's currently over the monthly fib. It closed over the weekly fib, so that's extremely good. And then the daily fib, we got the next target rank, the next target price of 307.52. But what I'm expecting is a slight pullback to this change of character, and then the next move up. Because for some reason, I just know that some war news is gonna hit us this weekend, like it always does. I'll be very shocked if we don't get any news. Oh, boom. Did anybody see LRCX by chance? All right, so LRCX, here's the monthly candle. It's already up $50. It only moves $29 a month, so yeah, that's almost double. Weekly candle got a fresh breaker structure with the close over it. So what I'm expecting next week is that slight pullback to this breaker structure around this 257, 256 zone, and then another spike up. So what you want to look for on a weekly candle next week is probably a candle that opens up about right here with a small wick at the bottom or slightly protrudes this, and then boom. So we do have a inverse arc right here currently on this weekly candle close. So that's just the beginning of the move right off the WTMA cloud. And here goes the daily time frame. Daily time frame looks daggone like AMD. got the floating change of character, which is rare to see. You got another breaker structure up here. It's not labeled because this is the wolf demand. No, the wolf supply zone. And it's the wolf demand right here. So it's basically this, but bearish. So we got that close above that. So it disappears and it just turns into a line. Now we got the Marubozu up from yesterday. Got a gap up with a drop down, a spike up, and a drop down to close out as a doji. So right now it is at a pause formation on the daily time frame. So it can either gap down or gap up and just go rampant. So LRCX is definitely one of those crazy ones because I'm pretty sure I put a plan out on them. Yeah, I did. Oh, I did yesterday. I'm pretty sure I did one before that. Yep, 4-6. And that was in the Sigmas group too. 4-6. A 220 call. 220 call above 217 on a 1 hour flip. It said 263. I'm just saying that Rue protocol be cooking. All right. Did anybody have another ticker? I am gonna look at UNH though. UNH playing games right now. So UNH on the month still good. All right, so has any one of y'all attended Sean's trainings recently? And what did he say about when you have price action coming down, swooping like this, with the 12 being far away from it? What did he say about that? Ooh, light. Oh my God. I already know. Me and Sean were looking at that today. Yeah, so what did he say about when price is basically trying to reverse, but the 12 is too far away from it? I'll be attending one pretty soon. Oh yeah, hey, worth it. Especially with this demand and supply indicator. Oh my God, it's almost too easy to trade when you have it. So what he said is, when you get an inverse arc with the 12 being so far away from it, you're more than likely to push up super fast, hit the 12 and reject. So you can see that the 12 is acting as resistance right here on these monthly time frames. So right now, it had a good bullish month so far, but since the 12 is so far away from it, it's just going to keep rejecting and rejecting until the 12 catches up with the WTMA. Here's the example, a prime example right here. So you got the inverse arc, you got a drop, that's fine. You get another inverse arc, strong candle, rejects right off the 12, starts stabilizing, consolidating a little bit, and then you pop over it. And then, but if you look at this on the monthly time frame, that's where you got, bam, come back down. So it's like, man, I'm making a bull move. That's why you gotta flip through time frames. I don't care if you day trading or not, you better look through them time frames. Cause if you don't look through them time frames, you gonna miss something. And you like, man, why my play reverse on me so fast? Cause like right here, I guarantee you the daily candles for these 2 months are insane. But a traditional retail trader wouldn't know that it's gonna reject. Look, those are those candles. This right here. Right up to the 200. Boop. All right, so for the weekly, fresh inverse arc, closing over that 12-2. So that's good. So what you want to look for on UNH is a close. Where's the 8+? Oh, that's the 8+ right here. Yep, right here. I want to say it was a daily in the plan. A daily close or a 4-hour close over 315.21. And then you can already tell by, as soon as you hit that zone, price is going to accelerate because you got low volume nodes on the VRVP. I'll go to the day. See, there it is right there. Boom, straight to the 200. Now we just trying to keep knocking on that door until we hit this area right here. We hit this area, price is going to just vacuum up to 330 easily. Is anybody in Netflix? I scalped him yesterday. I could have kept it, but nah. Sean, oh man, hey man, oh no. Now, see, all of a sudden I got pressure on me. All right, so here goes I forgot what price Sean and I was discussing today, but we knew this thing could move. All right, so on the monthly we got 2 floating candles. Ooh, 3, 4, 5. We got multiple floating candles. All right. Extremely bullish. Drop down to the week All we've been doing is retesting the WTMA and the 12. So that's definitely holding structure. We got an aggressive move on the week as well. It just blew through this VRVP node, this low volume node area. Now it's right at this, I'm putting air quotes if y'all can't see me, high volume node area to make another move. 3 day looks good. 3 days bouncing off a fair value gap. Oh, Brown Wolf, you're gonna have to teach me how to trade this because I traded it 2 weeks ago and I was up $600 and I put a I put a 100 trail stop. Like it wasn't even a trail stop. I put a 100 stop loss on it to cap my stuff at 500. This thing sold me out and I lost $50. How? The spreads are insane. All right, so on a daily time frame, we look pretty good. It's kind of channeling up too. I would say it's kind of channeling up right on here, right there. Ooh, come on. Uh-oh. Man, this thing, there we go. So it's kind of channeling up. I want to extend this up just in case. There we go. So that way it'll capture that top range of that too. So you can kind of see it. Boop, boop, boop. Breaker structure, pull back, take off. I'm telling you, man, that breaker structure with pullback, that thing is unmatched. What time frame were we on? Was it the 5? I'm pretty sure it was the 5 that we was like, man, this thing can take off. And it didn't. I think everything started pulling back. Oh, it was right here. I remember because we said something about a fresh breaker structure. I mean, it did go up $11 after we said that. So I'm just terrified to trade that thing. A confirmation. First solar looked pretty straight. On the monthly, we got a bearish arc, but it's right now it's holding its ground, trying to basically recover. So I'm pretty sure on the week or the 3 day, we're gonna have a fresh inverse arc. So on the weekly, we're about to have a fresh inverse arc right off the 200, which is a good spot for first solar historically. Usually they protrude it just a little bit and then pop up. So I would expect a little more down move, but the way it did this right here, I wouldn't even keep waiting that long. So I would definitely do a top down on them. Line up this demand zone. So right here we got we tapered off VRVP, a high node right here. So more than likely this will be your first TP, which is $22 from where it currently is. So you definitely want to wait for a close above this 12 before getting in. But Black Wolf will tell you that anyway. Then it'll probably reject here, go up to 240. But it has a lot of room to run in this particular range to get back up to this internal order block at 287, 286. Daily time frame, inverse arc. Did it close above the 12? No, it did not. Nope, right under it. Yep, right under it. So with the 12 being so far away from it, since Sean the Wolf is in here, y'all can't answer this wrong now. Since the 12 is so far away from the WTMA, and like this gap is so big, what is expected to happen? We just went over this one. Ooh. Maybe we shouldn't expect it to drop back. Maybe. Cause it's in a void right here. It can go up to 209 easily. Cloud attracts the candles or the price. Sean Wood said ... Hey, he waiting on y'all to answer. y'all can thank me for that one. So basically what you want to look for, since the 12 is so far away from the WTMA, you want to look for a slight rejection. Yep, there it is. There it is. CT, appreciate it. Wait for that slight rejection, a little bit of consolidation, and then wait till that 12 to catch up with the WTMA, or the WTMA in this case to catch up with the 12, and then that's when you want to pounce. All right. Hey, Sean, what's on your watch list, man? I want to go over a ticker. And I already went over AVGO, so don't even do it. Is it Dominion? Yep. I've been in charge too much. I've been memorizing stuff. Ooh. Wait. That can't be right? Ooh. Hey, everybody do a top down on Dominion Energy. Foot stomp. Y'all heard it here first before he put it out in any chat. Do a top down on Dominion Energy. All right, so looking at the monthly, we're in a super thin node area within the 200. So you do have to wait till we clear the 200. But honestly, if Blackwood tell me to enter in somewhere in this 200, I'm probably gonna do it. So you just gotta change your character with the pullback into a demand zone. You got a sweep of the 200 and this trend line. Another pullback, retest of the 12 on the month, and then right now we're currently at that trend line. And these contracts would be super cheap too, because it's only at 64 and a half. Looking at the week. Oh man. All right, so looking at the week, we got the breaker structure, pull back into bullish order block. Tap this bullish order block. We got a fresh inverse arc. Well, we're about to get a fresh inverse arc. So I'll probably say next week we'll more than likely get that fresh inverse arc. Changes. Oh, it didn't change. Okay. So I'm thinking above. Actually, I would say the A plus trade would be over 68. Just because, this is 65 to 68. That ain't number $3. But the moment you get over 68 to go to 72 or 70, this area, that's way more profitable. Better risk reward. And right now, we have a daily trigger. 3-day trigger. Yeah, we got a 3-day trigger. It'll either be at 67, 68 or over 70. I would take the over 70 just to be safe, because once you get over 70, that's when you see blue skies. But I mean, over this 67, 68, I mean, that's still good. But just expect a sweep when you do get over here at 70 and then drop down. Uh-oh. Intel, I scalped them the other day. I should have held it. Ooh. All right, so, wow. Okay, question for the viewers. Okay, so why do we have this monthly candle like basically killing this order block, but the order block is still there? Whoever gets it right get a free session from Shauna Wolf. And no, Sean the Wolf can't answer. Oh, well, there you go. First guess. Go ahead and Brown Wolf, go ahead and send Sean the Wolf a DM with your email in it. You welcome. All right. So, well, actually, I don't know, because this week closed and it's still there. I don't know, man. I don't know. But this week is almost a Marabazu candle, which is insane for Intel. I'm pretty sure they had some news. I think they developed a chip or something with somebody. Was it Google? Yep, there it is. That's insane. I see Terafab too. That's Elon Musk stuff right there. That's his chip. So you got an aggressive move, ATR expanding, because the ATR value usually for the week is $5.93, and you got a $12 move, which is double the ATR, which is insane for Intel, because Intel is kind of a slow mover. But you can see right now that the VRVP profile is nothing but, oh, wait a minute. Let me go over here. Okay. Ooh. Okay. All right. I got excited. I was about to. All right. So let me go back over here. All right. That up. So VRVP profile is super thin where it's currently at. That's why the move is so explosive. Looking at the 3-day fair value gap, fresh inverse. Fair value gap, change of character, level 3 floating candle. I mean, if this didn't scream buy me, I don't know what did. The daily, nothing but floaters. Breaker structure, I like that too. So the next area of interest is definitely going to be the 67, 68, 67, 50, 68 area for a sweep, because it's going to be that first try of that order block. Look for your pullback entry there. I mean, because it's super, extended right now. I can't imagine the RSI traders right now. That they be like, hey, it's overbought. Look at the 4 hours, see if we got anything close to it. Nope. Same level. Same level, which would mean, that trigger is gonna be, higher one. Okay. That's a good one. Intel. Let me go ahead. Yep. Do that right there. Alright. Okay. So I already went over UNH. I basically went through them whole thing. I didn't go over Microsoft yet though. Microsoft it has the move waiting. Let me click this out. All right, there we go. So looking at the month, Microsoft is basically going to retest. Well, it probably already did because the order block is thicker than this. So it probably retested a weekly or a 2-week order block for this bounce right here. But we can come down, since we got a full confirmation on the month. We can come down, retest this demand zone, and then spring forward from there. All they're missing is a piece of news, and Microsoft will go to the moon. All right, here goes the 2-week right here. It's all right off of the 200 and the demand zone and the historical support. I think that would be confluent. So if you look closer, I'm gonna keep all this over here just in case you can. So you close somewhere above this 375 area, vacuum action. straight up to 400 almost. So be on the lookout for Microsoft. We do see institutions starting to accumulate. You see the WTMA starting to curl. So right at a high volume node area. So they're trying to use this as support. Earning trade plan for them ASAP. Hey, I already dropped it last night. That's why I was up all night. So you see this high volume node sticking out like this. They're trying to use that as support as well as historical supports as well. So that's probably going to be like a 3-month fair value gap or something like that. 3-day. Oh, there it is. Yes, sir. Man, that is a swing order block, ladies and gentlemen. Swing order block. What is a swing order block? It's a stronger order block. I'm just going to keep it that simple. All right. So we got, well, it ain't curling yet. But what I'm thinking is institutions are at this level. I think they're just trying to drive price down as far as they can so they can get a sweep. Did it actually? I'm counting that as a sweep. I don't care. I'm counting that as a sweep. It's literally at the tip of that bottom. So I'm counting that as a sweep. So what I would be looking for is a 3-day close above this. Oh, actually, I'm still gonna say that 375 area. Yeah, I'm gonna say that 375 area because you already can see what can happen as soon as it gets up here. Like, look at that. Yeah, I'm gonna say 375. We already got the WTMA meeting the 12 on the daily time frame. So that lets us know right there that it is definitely ready to move. So yeah, like Sean said, earning trade plan ASAP. And their earnings now is on April 29th. So you get a contract later than that because that's vastly approaching, and then you have more time on it. So that delta gonna go crazy. Where's my dog? All right, let me see, man. How long we been on? Man, that was the quickest hour and 12 minutes ever. Especially off of that sleep I got. All right, so anybody got any questions? Anybody got questions about the cloud integration? Any trade plan verbiage that y'all don't understand? Anything? I feel like we went over like every single one of those tickers except IWM in Walmart. Google. Ooh. Ow. All right. So on a monthly, we got a 12 retest, a successful retest, I may add, with a $29 move candle in the first full week of April. So aggressive move, strong momentum. Daggone ATR is expanding. That is insane. The first week is already $2 away from the full month ATR. So that's good. All right, looking at the 2-week WTMA cloud retest. Ooh, I found your trigger. All right, so looking at the week time frame, I want to say this swept. Sean, would you count this as a sweep? Would you count that as a sweep? Like it literally touched the absolute tip of that daggone order block. Would you count that as a sweep? Because I think it can close. Man, if it closes above that dude, oh my goodness. Ernest trade plan on Google. He announced it in the Discord probably like 2 hours ago. I think he announced it when I was on my way from work. But there's like an intermediate class and like an advanced class. It's like two different tiers. All you gotta do is take one of those classes before the quarter ends, and you can get the supply and demand indicator. So looking at the week, I can tell you now, the moment it closes above 323, it's gonna go. It's probably gonna come into this range of 338 to 348 to try to, have a little resistance. There it is right there. 332, 348. Okay, so I'm gonna look at the 3-day real quick. Okay, so 3-day is your actual trigger. So above 348, you get that 3-day close above this TOA action. If you don't know what TOA is, go ahead and ask anybody in the Discord. So right now on the 3-day, we got a fresh inverse arc with a floater, but this closes in 2 days, so keep that in mind. But right now we have a fair value gap. We got all the confluence you need. You got the inverse arc, fair value gap, previous month high with the wick rejecting the down move on top of the fair value gap. So right now we can get into this area at 322 and just go straight up here to sweep liquidity at 337, do a small pullback to like 330, and then attack this 348, 350 area. That's a good chart. That is a good chart. Yeah. Let me go ahead. Yeah. Oh, trade plan, I don't know. Let me go look that up for you. Announce me. Oh, right here. Oh, hey, Tammy the GOAT, man. I'm trying to tell y'all. Tammy is the GOAT. So you can just go in stocks and options, and it's like the first post that Tammy just posted. You got 2 private trainings each week. Yeah, man, that Wolf supply, that supply and demand indicator, unmatched. It tells you what time frame to just wait for. All right, I'm about to wrap this thing up. Hey, I appreciate y'all for coming. Cause I was definitely so groggy when I came home and went to sleep. So I'm about to go do arts and crafts with my daughter, so she won't bug me for the rest of the day. I hope y'all have a safe and blessed weekend, and I'm gonna see y'all Monday. Well, actually, I'll be seeing y'all throughout the weekend because I'll be doing trade plans and all of that, engaging with everybody, seeing people's thoughts on tickers and stuff like that. If y'all got time, do not feel pressured to answer questions, please. Hope y'all have a safe and blessed weekend. Y'all have a good one. Peace. Way to peace.